Okay, so we are live. We'll just wait a minute or two for people to join in.
Sure.
Okay, I think some people are joining. We'll just give it probably a minute more.
Sure. Are they joining on online live or on this particular Zoom meet?
No, they're joining live. So we have people coming onto our Facebook page to watch our conversation absolutely live.
Okay, nice.
And I'm really hoping everybody who is joining, you have a good time today. Please ask questions, whatever you need, whatever you want to learn from our session today, from our guest today. I think we are good to go. Okay. So, a warm welcome to everybody to mojoSeries, the 48th edition, a webinar series where we talk all things business. Today is a special day for all of those who do not know. The United Nations declared the 15th of July as the World Youth Skills Day to ensure that the skills of youth around the world are recognized and certified. InstaMojo has been working for close to a decade to empower aspiring entrepreneurs. The webinar today is also designed to help small businesses gain skills that are priceless when it comes to running and scaling an e-commerce business. So today we have with us Abhishek Chachan, the CEO and founder of Expletus Labs. Since its launch in 2018, Expletus Labs has helped brands like Flipkart, Jabong, SBI, Vijaya Bank, ICICI Bank, etc. with a cumulative of 50 plus million downloads of different app products. This hyper-local targeting platform was built to help MSMEs with targeted customer reach, tracking, and revenue growth. Thank you so much for joining, Sheikh.
Thank you so much, Rahi, for the short introduction. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you guys here in this virtual summit. Today, we will learn about lead nurturing process. I'll quickly share my screen. So the topic of today's conversation, today's webinar is lead generation fundamentals. Okay, quickly we'll see what we are going to learn today. First, we'll learn about the basics. What are lead generation fundamentals? When we see what do you mean by leads, why business need leads, right? Then we'll learn about creating a lead funnel. We'll get started with the leads. We'll learn about various marketing sources through which you can acquire those leads. Then we learn about lead management system and why it is so important. Then I will teach you what are the steps that you can use to create your own lead nurturing process. And last but not the least, once you have created the process, then we'll learn how to what systems you should have to implement those process to do lead nurturing at scales, and hence more business and more sales for your own company. And do wait for till the end, because we will share you bonus number 1, which is discounts worth 4,500 rupees. And since you are joining live from InstaMojo and InstaMojo Facebook page, we will give you an additional discount as well. So please wait till the end. And last, I will tell you how you can get additional freebies worth INR 24,000 and above. Okay. So I hope this session is something that will help you improve and gain more customers for your business, right? This will be an interactive session and we'll do open the floor for questioning in between. So first of all, who am I? Right? So I did my schooling from Don Bosco School. I am from a city called Siliguri in West Bengal, and I taught my school and college there. Then I moved on to graduate from Shriram College of Commerce in Delhi back in 2012. Then I joined Jabong as an assistant manager there, wherein I learned about process excellence, e-commerce, and marketing. I took a Campbell. I left IIM Kozhikode and just went directly to the job. And basically, I considered that my MBA. And post that, I worked as VP marketing in Librate. We used to spend tons and tons of money, around 3 to 4 crores every month. So got decent experience of marketing there. Then I also consulted Vardhaman Healthcare, which is 300 to 400 crore ARR run rate every year, and Pitney Bowes, which is top 800 companies. They're also listed in S&P 400 index. Right. After consulting them, I have launched Reach Local Ads back in 2018, as was informed to you by Rahi in the starting of the webinar. Correct. And now I do create my own courses and workshops apart from running Reach Local Ads. And when we launched Reach Local Ads, we were fortunate enough to be incubated by Viridhan Accelerator back in 2019, and Silicon India recognized us as top 20 promising agencies, right? And SIDBI, which is the top organization in the country recognized by the government, they recognized us as top 20 startups back in 2020. Okay. First we'll get started with lead generation fundamentals, right? So we all would want to know what is a lead. Generally, a lead or a marketing lead is referred to as a person, or is a person who has shown interest in your brands, in your products and services, which makes him a potential customer. So anyone who has shown interest in your services or your product is considered to be a lead, and he can also become a potential customer, right? And therefore, why you as a business should have a lead? Because the primary goal, therefore, of any business should be generate as many as leads as possible, so that they can generate as many as sales and hence make money. So lead equals to money. That's your equation. Lead equals to money. So more leads equals to more business, equals to more sales, equals to more money. Okay. So, and therefore the lead generation process is a marketing process that will help you get customers for your business, right? Therefore, it's very important to understand a lead generation process. And this process includes, first, creating a lead marketing funnel, generation funnel. Second, we have to learn about marketing on various platforms. Third, we should have a lead system that will help us store and manage all the leads that we have gathered from different marketing on various platforms. And last, we need to know the step-by-step process of how to work on the leads so that we can convert a prospect who has shown an interest to a customer who buys your product. Okay. So first, creating a lead generation funnel. So a lead generation funnel generally consists of 4 parameters. Okay. We call it landing pages. First is called squeeze page. Second is an order page. Third is a checkout page. And fourth is a thank you page. Now, what is a squeeze page? A squeeze page generally is a landing page where your only objective is to collect leads. That is either email IDs or phone numbers, right? So you collect that leads and then you move that customer from down the funnel from a squeeze page to an order page. Excuse me. So I'll show you an example of a squeeze page. Now, if you look at this right now, a squeeze page is something wherein, in this case, this is probably a digital marketing company that are trying to, get email IDs of the customer who wants to make site, who wants this company to make site, right? So if you look at this squeeze page, it's a very great hook that is they have written: create great sparkling sites with us, right? A very important message that they have given, and below that a small sub message Let's bring your brand's design to life. Fill out the form below and start your journey now. So you're someone who is looking to make landing pages or website, you can reach out to these guys. And then he says, please put your email ID to get started, right? So not asking you to order something, buy something. No, just put up your details and move on to the next step. So this is what a squeeze page is, okay? Second, order page. Once a person has shown an interest on the squeeze page, right? Now your objective of the order page is to convert that guy by giving him detailed information about your products and services, step-by-step detailed information, okay? And therefore, an order page is a detailed landing page where you list all relevant and important information about your product or service. Basically, when anyone should invest money on your offerings, okay? Fourth, we'll check out the order page in some time. Fourth is a checkout page. So once the person is convinced, they click on, let's say, CTA. Okay, this is a checkout page. This is an order page. Okay, the CTA says reserve my seat. So when you click on the CTA, you will go to something called a checkout page or a final payment page, right? This is the InstaMojo checkout page that you see. Here you can go ahead and make a payment. Okay, the once you make the payment, the final page is called a thank you page. What is a thank you page? A thank you page is where a customer gets redirected to after the payment. And therefore, you should thank your customer for purchasing your products and services. And also, if you want to give additional information to your user, post they have made the payment. Now, this is the page where you should do, right? So what they should do next post making the payment. Now, very important, we will learn about the different aspects of order page. Now, order page is the most important page as far as lead generation is concerned. Sometimes you can even, leave the squeeze page and get customer directly to the order page also. Therefore, it is very, very important to know the different aspects of the order page. Okay, so any order page or landing page should have the following. First of all, the main offering section with important hook with a CTA. CTA means call to action. Okay, so generally one-liner describing about your products and services that you're offering, and then a buy link, okay, is something that will make in the first section. So I'll look at this particular page. So this is a order page. So in this order page, if you look at, there's something called 5-day LinkedIn leads workshop. So, let's say I'm selling this 5-day LinkedIn leads workshop, wherein we'll be selling you steps of $1 million lead nurturing process. Now, if you look at the hook of this particular particular offering is skyrocket your LinkedIn lead generation with 100% tested and result-oriented process of client research and reach out, which means learn the steps and secrets so that you can get responses from your clients on LinkedIn in a week. Just in a week, you can learn how to get responses from LinkedIn. So this is the hook, right? And then very important messages that you can give on your first segment of a landing page or order page is important things like, right? When does it start? Starts at 9 p.m. IST live sessions. It is a 5-day workshop. You will get recorded videos, plus there will be Zoom live sessions. And the fact that it is starting at 2nd August 2022, right? Which is the next month. Now, if there's something that you want to entice the customer to click on the CTA, right? If you look at this below the video, register now to unlock bonuses worth 24,000 rupees. So if you want to 24,000 rupees bonuses, you should register on this workshop now, and you will be available and you'll get all those bonuses. Okay. And then if you look at this particular first section, I have given a video here, right? So you can give a video of your product or your service, or you can even put an image here. So it is very important to substantiate this with some kind of a media. Okay. The media could be in terms of an image or a video which a customer can relate to. Okay. Last, there is a CTA. The CTA, it says, yes, reserve my seat. Enroll yourself for 5-day LinkedIn workshop for just $499 and reserve my seat. So first section should always have the hook and the CTA. Extremely important. CTA means click call to action. Okay. First step is main offering section. Second step, why they should buy your products and services, right? What is your offering? So once you have given the main offering section, now why they should buy your products and services is what the second step should be all about, right? So now you can make this particular section interactive in nature. If you look at this particular landing page, we have made this interactive in nature, right? We say, please check all boxes where your answer is yes. So if you're someone, if I'm looking for immediate results, that is immediate responses from LinkedIn digital activity, I will check this box. See, we're making it interactive with every user who's on my landing page, right? I want to get top quality leads without spending a single money on ads, which is amazing, right? So you can learn how to get top quality leads without even spending a single money. Yes, I want to know this. I'll check this. Okay, I want to scale my LinkedIn lead funnel. Makes sense, right? And you may or not want to check the rest, right? But when you're doing this, psychologically, you are committing or getting some action from a user even before they are buying from you. Okay, so therefore it is important to make this section interactive. It's fine if you're not able to make it interactive. You can have point level offerings also. Okay, then again, always after that section there's a CTA, which again says enroll yourself for 5-day LinkedIn workshop for just rupees 499, right? Yes, reserve my seat. Always make sure CTA is placed at multiple points, and when on clicking on the CTA, they can directly either go to the checkout page. Third section, very important. Whom is this product and service for, right? Who will benefit by buying these products and services from you, right? In this case, I have listed down sales professionals, entrepreneurs, and freelancers. Freelancers will get help from this workshop as they will learn how to find relevant leads on LinkedIn for getting more businesses. And therefore, they also learn step-by-step process so that they can scale their reach out on LinkedIn. Entrepreneurs can find investors, they can learn to find right people for the jobs, and also they can increase their business through the lead nurturing process. A sales professional can increase more demos, more meetings, and use the step-by-step process as well as the Excel CRM that they will get to be able to manage every single lead, right? So similarly, you have to define who are the relevant people in your business who wants this person service and list them down so that anyone who is visiting, he knows he can relate to those people, right? A freelancer will relate to a freelancer, an entrepreneur will relate to an entrepreneur, and sales professional in this case will relate to a sales professional. Now, next section, key takeaways. Okay, what will you learn? Key takeaways. Now, please make sure if you are not a coach, okay, or if you're not someone who is selling an event or a webinar, okay, or even an offline event. If you're someone who's selling another products and services, but not an offline event or a webinar or a workshop, key takeaways may not be required. Okay, but since this is a workshop, same will go in the case of offline event also, which you can have a key takeaway. So why should you join an offline event, or why should you join a webinar, right? In this case, right, why should you join the lead webinar that we're doing right now? Because you will get some key takeaways. Now, similarly, in a landing page, there should be a key takeaway. First key takeaway, you learn how to research on LinkedIn, right? Where you learn to find targeted clients and companies on LinkedIn without spending a single money, right? You'll also learn the scalable lead management. You will learn how to set up content for LinkedIn. You'll also get the step-by-step process that you can use. Then there will be a bonus shared, which will be how to send email to people on people and follow up on them, right? Without sending them one by one. So that hack will be shared with you. Plus, you'll also get a hack of how to find leads on emails on LinkedIn for free. Okay. All of these are key takeaways. And again, make sure whenever you're mentioning a key takeaway, you give a CTA. I'm focusing so much on CTA because CTA is extremely important. Okay. Because it entices users to take an action now. Now, again, next section is called the bonus section. Again, please note, this is only important for coaches or someone who's conducting an online webinar, free webinar or a paid webinar, or someone who's conducting an offline event. Okay, only for them these bonuses make sense. Why is bonus important? Bonus is important because it will help you get more and more registrations for your webinars and workshop. Now, in this case, we're giving a very important bonuses to you, something which will stay with you for lifelong. Okay, you will learn in this workshop how to get anyone's email on LinkedIn for free. Imagine there's so many leads. LinkedIn is a mecca of leads, and we will teach you how you can get those leads for free. Similarly, you'll get an optimized CRM, hacks on WhatsApp. You'll get basic productivity hacks for Google Sheet. You'll also learn about 5 secrets LinkedIn marketing growth tools and another new hacks as well. Okay, remember, this is not for anyone who is wanting to sell their products and services just like that, but for people who are coaches or doing online webinars and offline events. Okay, again, you can have a timer saying, okay, take an action fast, and again a CTA. Yes, I want to get enrolled for this workshop now. Enroll yourself now for just 419 rupees. Click on this link to reserve the seat. Okay. And get the learning of a lifetime. So now this is something which is very specific to a workshop, webinar, or an offline event, which is spread over a number of days. Okay. If an offline event is happening, which is spread over 3 days. If an online webinar is happening, which is again spread over 3 to 4, 5 days, or a workshop is happening, which is spread over 5 days, please note, it's very important for you to let the customer know what they will learn in those 5 days. Okay. That's what I mentioned here. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and then again a CTA. Now meet your mentor section. Now, who is going to deliver this workshop? So you come to know, please mention about that particular person. Again, this is only relevant for services, but not relevant for products. Okay, even if you're selling a service, it's relevant for that person also, because anyone who will buy a service from you should know who you are, right? Why you are selling this service, and why the person should buy from you. But if you're selling a product to generate a lead, this is not required. Okay. FAQs, frequently asked questions. This is important for almost all of the products and services that you're selling. The reason is because if anyone has any doubt, FAQs will solve that. Please make sure it is as detailed as possible, so that any queries, any customer, any question that your let's say that your user has who's on a landing page gets the solution from a frequently asked question itself, like we have did here, right? And obviously at the end of the frequently asked question, instead of just having a normal footer, please do a pitch of a service. Okay, do not waste that footer space. Do directly pitch. If you look at this final pitch, it says learn secrets that generated me 7,000 plus leads for free on LinkedIn. Exactly. Now this is what you're going to get if you join this workshop. Similarly, please make sure, create a final hook, final offering that will entice the customer to come and join the workshop. And all of the offerings, all of the hook has to be genuine, has to be authentic, and has to be backed by facts, which you can show to your customers, to your webinar registrations when they register when they come for your live webinar session. Now, these are the various important facets, aspects of an order page. Now, you as an individual may either use all these particular facets, or you might skip some of them, but please make sure you do have a main offering section with a city. Extremely important. You make sure that you mention whom is this relevant for, you give your offerings, okay, and there always has to be FAQs and a final CTA with a timer in case you are doing a workshop, else not, a timer is not required. Okay, so now for now we'll open this forum for questioning. Yes, Rahi, you're not audible to me.
Sorry, yes, I was on mute. The perils of using Zoom. So this was a very good break. An effective landing page is going to be. In a nutshell, you defined what the separate sections should be. Even though some of them were very specific to a workshop or a webinar, as you said, but for people in the service business, so if you're a freelancer, if you're a photographer, if you're a baker who wants to hold a baking workshop, having one landing page that has all the information that an online consumer who visits your landing page sees is very important, right? And I think it was a very good breakdown of what is needed. Some things, as you said, right, cannot be done without. The main offer has to be there, the hook has to be there, the value proposition has to be there, the CTA has to be there. Don't waste the footer space. I think a lot of people just have a block of color there, so utilize the space as well you can. Very important. I think I would like to bring up a question here which somebody has written, and since you also spoke about it a lot, you use the word CTAs a lot. You said why a CTA is important. In fact, if the viewers noticed, after every section had a different function to it, but then at the end of every section, the CTA remained the same. So the value proposition of that particular landing page was consistent throughout whatever be the section. So exactly. Mudita has asked, hi Abhishek, what are some good examples of a CTA? So maybe if you could, in different, differs from industry to industry, or if there are some words that should be used, what makes a CTA good?
So basically, see, very good question, Mudita, first of all, right? CTA definitely would differ more than the industry to industry, depends on what you are selling. Okay. So yes, reserve my seat is a good CTA for an action, for a workshop or an event, right? Or, book my space for an event. Now submit now free leads. For example, if you're doing a healthcare or a service based product, get free service, get service now. Okay. Enroll now. Buy now as a CTA, you generally use only when you're selling a product directly. So that is a very general CTA. But when you want to entice customer to take the leads or take an action, enroll now, get free now. All of these are CTA, something which entices a customer to take an action. Now, CTA would differ where you are using the CTA. So we talked about a different lead generation funnel. There's a squeeze funnel and there's an order funnel. In the order page funnel, the CTA has to be a payment oriented CTA, which is, it could be buy now, okay, get now, okay. But when you're in the squeeze phase, the CTA would not be in a buy mode, okay. It will be in a immediate action oriented mode when the customer feels that, okay, I want to get in because I'll get more out of it. So that in CTA would be, get access now, enter, okay, and so on and so forth.
More urgency, creates more of an urgency.
Exactly.
Okay. So now that we did see the different sections of a effective landing page, we have a question, which
Okay.
is how exactly do you create these landing forms, right? So Rakesh has asked, hi Abhishek, how do you create such landing forms and if it's easy or not?
Great. Thank you so much for that question, Rakesh. I think you got the next, somehow you got the next slide automatically, wherein I actually have created a slide for this, that while landing pages are important, what are the builders? So to create a landing page, there's something called landing page builders. You have to use landing page builders out there. In today's world, Rakesh, you'll find it anywhere and everywhere. Just Google landing page builders, you'll find tons of ads running, and you can use most of these builders, okay? Almost all the landing page builder will definitely have a free plan. But a few recommended ones that I would, recommend you to use is definitely InstaMojo Smart Pages. I think they've done a wonderful job with that. Second is unbounce.com, undoubtedly my favorite. Okay. But if you're someone who can pay money around 7,000 to 8,000 per month, unbounce.com is the one landing page, that no one is able to beat right now in the industry. But yes, they're expensive. You have to pay 7,000 to 8,000 per month. And then you can also use system.io. If you look at my landing page, I've used it building system.io free plan, okay, without paying them anything. Okay. Now, if you are someone who do not know how to do, then our team, Reach Local Ads team, can help you build a landing page for a fee. Definitely. We are an app on InstaMojo. You can go to the InstaMojo app store. Reach Local Ads is a registered hyperlocal partner with InstaMojo, and we have helped lots and lots of merchants. We have almost 1,500 plus merchants have registered via InstaMojo, and we have helped them for marketing or the landing page services. But still, I would say, before you go ahead and take anyone's service, please try it yourself. Try yourself first before getting any service, and therefore you can get started with InstaMojo Smart Pages.
Thank you so much for that, Abhishek. In fact, as he mentioned, right, there are other landing page builders out there, but the kind of fees they take and the kind of background knowledge you already need to have to execute it flawlessly and have it look professional is quite difficult for people who are just starting out, which
Correct.
is why we have linked in our description, there is the sign up link to our smart pages. You can create an account for free, you publish a smart page, you see how it goes, and then you can also upgrade to our Smart Page Pro for additional features. But definitely if you're trying it out, then you can go for the free version.
Correct. Jao or start karo. Okay, let's move on. So let's get back to learning. Okay, so getting started with lead generation. Now we have learned about landing pages. We have learned different aspects of the landing pages. Probably now we have created a landing page for ourselves, right? So now what is the next step? We need to set up a lead collection system. There are two ways in which you can decide to set up a lead generation system. First, using your landing page as the main page for collection of leads. And second, using different marketing platforms, inbuilt lead collection forms. We'll talk about the both. In the first method, what happens is wherever you're promoting right now, okay, you redirect all the particular users to that particular landing page. Now, if you look at this particular webinar that we are conducting, InstaMojo promoted about this webinar on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on email, right? And they had built one single landing page for this, which was a mojoSeries 48. Okay. Whether you came from LinkedIn, whether you came from WhatsApp, email, Facebook, or anywhere else, they were all redirected to one single page. Okay. It was so easy for, let's say, InstaMojo team to manage you guys. And because at the back end of that particular thing, they have built a funnel. This is called when you're putting landing page as a single page, main page for collection of all leads. So redirect all the traffic to one page and manage that page. What are the pros of that? The pros is all leads, first of all, are gathered at one single place and it's extremely easy to handle. But what is the con? If you're doing a paid marketing, then the cost per lead is very high when for marketing platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Google Leads campaign. Okay. If you're doing an organic promotion, I would suggest only have one single page, direct everyone to the same that landing page. But if you are doing a paid promotion, if you're someone who's finicky about the money, jisko paise bachane hain, okay, for them, this will be, the cost per lead will be very, very high. Okay, then what we should do if you're that kind of person? Then what you do is for all the marketing platforms, ad marketing platforms, please make a note of that. Like Facebook AdWords, like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Facebook and Instagram runs from same platform, Google ads, and even some other native ad platforms. They all have their inbuilt form mechanism to collect the leads. And then they have an option. Once the person has filled the lead, they can then be directed to the landing page. Okay. So the squeeze page can actually be the form page of each of these marketing platforms, and the order page can still remain your landing page. So you can do both the aspects by using a different marketing platforms inbuilt lead collection form. Okay. What is the pros? The cost per lead, believe me, is way lesser than the first aspect. You get the leads, you move them to your order page and let them shop, but at least you have the leads, and the cost per lead is extremely, extremely less. But what are the cons? Now you will be managing different systems. You have got the leads from Facebook, you have run the campaign on Google, you have run the campaign on LinkedIn. All the leads are in individual places. Now, all that you need to do is download all the leads and you have to put it in a single effective system. Now, if you have a system for that, this is so easy. Do not worry about it. At the end of this workshop, we'll tell you how you can get this system that will help you manage the leads from different places in one single place. Okay. And this is by far the most effective system of using different marketing platforms, inbuilt collection forms, and then managing all the leads in one single place. Will save tons of money and fast conversion of leads because more number of people will move through the squeeze page to the order page. Okay. Now we talked about the funnel. We talked about system of lead collection. Now we'll talk about lead generation. Okay. How do I generate leads? How do I get more leads? Now, generally, I've listed out 5 methods here. The first is LinkedIn. LinkedIn, if you are someone who is looking for a corporate leads or B2B leads, or who know that the right people are on LinkedIn, or your customers are on LinkedIn, then there's no better platform, believe me, than LinkedIn out there to generate leads. LinkedIn is called the mecca of lead generation. The kind of targeting that LinkedIn gives, not even Facebook and Google has. And LinkedIn, so LinkedIn direct reach out, the second aspect, LinkedIn direct reach out has the best combination, which is because it is free, effective, and it will give you immediate results like any ad campaign, but without spending any money. Okay. So therefore, LinkedIn, point number 1. Point number 2, Facebook, Instagram. So you can go to Facebook, run the ad campaign on Facebook, do the relevant targeting of people based on their demographics, interest, and other parameters as Facebook gives, and generate leads ASAP. But remember, use Facebook inbuilt form. Okay. Second, if you do not want to spend money on Facebook, okay, there are a lot of relevant groups on Facebook. Do the keyword search on Facebook, and then you'll find those groups. Join the groups, start posting your post on that. This is again free, but very time consuming. Then Google and native advertisement. Now, Google first is free aspect of Google, which is called Google SEO. It is organic, it is slow, but this is one thing that generally and 100% will give you long-term benefits. Okay, Google SEO is proven out there, but again, this requires a very specialized skill sets, okay, and knowledge. And in this case, you might have to hire an expert if you do not have this expert knowledge. Okay. Second is Google Ads. Again, you can go to Google AdWords. Google Ads is called Google AdWords. Okay. They have search ads, display ads, and leads ads. Again, similar to Facebook, you'll have a lot of targeting. Go set this up. And in case of leads ads, please use the Google form itself. Okay. Native advertisement is sometimes you would have seen ads at the below of various content, right? Let's say you're on any TV and you're looking for any, let's say any article. Below that article, you see something called sponsored links. And there are a lot of content blocks out there, right? That is generally called native advertisement, which does not look like an ad. Looks like a blog article, but actually it's an ad. Okay. So 2 companies I've listed down for you. If you're interested in doing that, it's Tabol and Outbrand. Okay. Go ahead. You can try Tabol and Outbrand. Now, the age-old marketing, which is called SMS and WhatsApp. Now, this has been started since 2000, probably 1990s, and still running strong. Okay. Still, SMS is one single particular marketing medium which is still giving the highest CTR, click-through rates. Okay. A right SMS targeted campaign can even give you CTRs above 5 to 10%. Okay. Reach Local Ads has this targeting feature called competition targeting, wherein we can directly help you target your competitor users. Can you imagine that? All your competitor users, Reach Local and can help and target that. Similarly, we can do a pin code targeting. A typical use case would be, let's say you want to reach out to a female between the age group of 25 to 45, living in a pin code 110019, having an iPhone and has a postpaid connection. Can you imagine the depth that you can do? This is only possible through Reach Local Ads platform, the hyper local platform that we have. And you get CTRs from the range of 2.5% to 8% still, even in this world, because of the direct marketing. So you can do that via Reach Local Ads, SMS and WhatsApp. And voice call is generally, I'm sure you would have received a call sometimes, and when you picked up the call, an automatic voice is being played. I think all of us are in India who have joined here, and all of us would have received a call during election times. Like I'm in Delhi, I have received a lot of Arvind Kejriwal calls. Okay, मैं Arvind Kejriwal बोल रहा हूँ. Now this is all OBD voice calls. Okay, this works the best in few industries. Please note, this is amazing for healthcare industry who are doing lead generation for call centers. So if you have a call center and you're doing lead generation, please note there is no other medium like OBD, which is called outbound dialing voice calls, that will give you the most cheapest lead. Okay, the cost per lead goes as low as 30 to 35 rupees or maximum to 60-65 rupees. So if you are someone looking for cheap leads, OBD is there, but only one problem, the quality is not that very high. So a conversion rate will be lower than the, let's say, a Facebook lead or a Google lead or a SMS lead or a LinkedIn lead. Okay. Yes. So that's all about the marketing sources. So, I'll take a few questions if there's any.
Thank you, Abhishek. I think one important point to note over here would be that when we go down the list, the quality of leads go down. But I guess for who want much wide market, maybe they want to target tier 2 cities, maybe they want to target rural areas, maybe they want to go deep into the hinterland, then direct marketing and WhatsApp OBDs, it's going to work beautifully for them, because in the hinterland they might not have joined Instagram yet. Facebook is still penetrating deeper, faster than ever. But voice market, WhatsApp, direct SMS and OBD is still something that is extremely accessible to even the remotest corners of India. And one more important thing, please go ahead.
No, I'd like to just do one correction. As you move down the list, the quality does not decrease. The quality only decreases a bit for only OBD voice calls. Rest for all the four,
Okay.
LinkedIn, Facebook, Google, direct marketing, SMS, and WhatsApp, the quality is really high. Only in case of OBD, the quality is a bit lower than the rest.
Okay, noted. And also one more important thing which you mentioned, which was talking about SEO. So SEO is extremely important for organic reach, right? Without paying any money, you Google to recognize your brand. You would want Google to show your store or somebody asks for something which is related to the service or product you're offering.
Correct.
Very slow process, and as you said, you might need additional help. We recently did do a webinar with Senthil Hariram. He was the vice president of Neil Patel Digital India, and he had very good strategies about how, as a beginner, I can choose certain keywords to push up, to optimize my service / product for Google, how to write, how to use content, how to use social media. So anybody who's interested in knowing more about SEO, how it affects your store and your landing page, please do check out our blog, check out our past webinar with Senthil. And if you have any questions, of course, you can mail content@instamojo.com and we'll be there to help you with resources. I don't think we have any related questions yet. So you can go ahead, Abhishek, and we can take up questions in the next round.
Definitely. So let's quick recap. Okay. We learned about, so I'll just do a quick recap for you guys. We learned about the lead generation funnel, the squeeze page, order page. So we created the funnel. Okay. I'm assuming we created a funnel. Then we learned about the lead collection system. Okay. How do we collect the leads? Then we learned about different marketing sources from where we can collect the leads. Okay. Now we will talk about the lead management system. So we are at the stage wherein you have run the campaigns and you have got the lead. Either the lead is in the lead form or in the backend system of a lead landing page. Okay. Now we generally use either Excel or Google Sheets to manage leads. I think most of us do that. And a lot of us, we use a lot of multiple CRMs as well, right? But nothing is as easy as Google Sheets. Okay. And I'm telling you from experience, and after talking to a lot of industry people, most of us also gets back to the sheet even after using CRMs. We might have a CRM, but then still we start using excuse me. So still we start using sheets, okay, and start noting a lot of leads in the sheet. So today what we'll do, I'll talk about two systems, okay. First is a Google Sheet based system, and second we'll talk about CRM which are built independently. Okay. Now, what is the pros of a Google Sheet based system? First of all, everything is in Google. Okay. And therefore 100% data security. No one has access to your data. It is easy to control and easy to use. And there's no inherent cost because it's free to use. Google Sheets are free. Everything is free of cost. Okay. And 100% flexibility of modifying it based on your requirement. You want to add a column, go ahead and add a column. Okay. You want to add a different row, go ahead and add a different row, right? It is so easy to use. That is a pro of Google Sheet: security and ease usability. What is the con? In this case, you need to learn a different lead management process. You need to define your own management process. You need to know your own steps. Okay. And also you might have to have a basic understanding of Excel or Google Sheet. Okay. This is the only con, but if your lead management process is set up and fixed, there is nothing better than a Google Sheet based ecosystem. Okay. Then there are a lot of CRMs are built independently in India. We will find a lot of CRMs. What is the pros of them using them? They already have an effective process to manage the leads, okay, and follow with them. But what is the cons? That you have 100% dependent on them. Okay. And note, there's always a journey of learning that CRM. Okay. You have to, that learning curve has to be there. Maybe you are someone who can do it, but maybe your employees might not be equipped enough to do it, right? But there's always a journey to learn that CRM, and these CRMs keeps changing UI, this and that, frequently, and some may not. But yes, there's always a journey and a learning curve for using this CRM, and therefore you cannot modify. There'll be monthly costs, and costs might keep rising as you use more and add more and more users. Okay, so you have to definitely subscribe to any one of these systems so that you can start managing the leads that you collect. Okay, by marketing. Now let's say you have set this up. Now what's next? Okay, so now you need to now convert a lead into a customer. That's what's next. Very, very important. Okay, you have done all this hard work, you have marketed, set a funnel, you have got a lead. Now you have to start converting them. And to convert, you need to have an efficient lead follow-up and engagement process in place. And this process should help you, A, follow up with the customer at different stages, obviously. Two, get him back to your website or a landing page, or let's say you create a different website when you have mentioned all your services. Keep getting him back. Okay. And third, every time you reach out to him, it should move the person towards your goal, that is sales and registrations. Okay, if you remember the first thing that we talked about, what is a lead? A lead is a person who's interested, and a lead process moves that interested person from interested to sales. So this journey is very important, and that is what is the next step that you have to define. And to get this journey, you have to define a lead nurturing process. So now we learn how to create this process post generating a lead. So step one, which is what are the different mediums in which you'll reach out to your potential customers? That is a prospect who has filled up the form, either in the squeeze page or in the form of, let's say, different marketing ad ecosystems, or directly if you're doing the in your order page also. Okay. Popular mediums are email, SMS, WhatsApp, directly call them, or LinkedIn, right? There are 5 popular as mediums. And step 2, you need to define day by step on what will you do when. That is, on which day will you send an SMS after a lead has come into ecosystem, on which day you'll send them an email, or on which day you'll call them, or on which day you'll find them on LinkedIn and send them a LinkedIn message. Okay. A sample example would be, let's say today I got a lead, I call them. If they do not respond to my call, the second day I send them an email with 3 follow-up messages. Okay. And if by 5th day I do not get a response, I send them a WhatsApp. Let's say by 4-5 days I have not got a response again, I send them an email, SMS, and then call. So this is a step-by-step process. You define this process for your own company, own product, own service. Please do not start generating a lead till this process is defined. Otherwise, your money will go to waste. All your effort will go to waste. So first define this process. Once this process is defined, then religiously follow this process. Please note, no process is hard and fast. Okay, this gets evolved as you are into the lead nurturing segment. You might figure out after, let's say, a month, okay, first call is not getting effective, right? First, the moment lead comes, let me first email, or let me send an SMS. So this can be changing and can be iterative in nature.
It's all a trial and error process.
Exactly. But without this process, do not do anything. Okay. Otherwise, your lead generation will be a failure. And very, very important step 3 is content. Once you define the process, you need to know what to send. Okay. What emails to send, what follow-ups to send, what script on the call you should pitch. Okay. What SMS to send. So all of those has to predefine. But this is how you would create a step-by-step lead nurturing process blueprint. Yes. Any questions now, Rahi?
Yes, I have one. Then I'll of course move to the audience questions. So this content step that we have, I'm guessing that the script will also change according to the current stage of a particular lead, right? Like if I'm calling you for the first time, and if I'm calling you on the 10th day, I can't say the exact same things to you. So the content also changes according to where the lead is in that transition process.
Obviously, that's why we have mentioned day, right? So if you're the day on which you're taking an action, for that day, that medium content will be different for some other day. Correct? So you are correct in identifying that, because day-wise content has to be mentioned, right? Even for the follow-up, I might send an email today saying, hi, we have received a lead and this is my services. Please let me know the right time to call you, right? The next day I might say, have you received my message? I'm just making sure you have received my message, right? The third day would have been a different pitch with why you should allow me to talk 5 minutes to talk to you. Okay. So therefore the day-wise content definitely will change for different mediums. Yes.
I'm seeing 2 very relevant questions. I'll go ahead with the one which is relevant to exactly this slide. So Rickson has asked, how to avoid coming off as spammy when you contact leads. You I guess if that person is getting your call on the fifth day or the third day, where at what point does it come across as being uninvited, being spammy, where they end up reporting you, flagging your content? So how to fend that off?
So first of all, to avoid you being spammy, that's the reason why we set up a lead nurturing process. If you do not have a process, most of the calls looks like spam because you don't know what you're pitching at what point in time. That's point number one. Point number two, to avoid being spammy, if you're immediately calling the person who has put up a lead, he will remember that particular aspect, right? That he has done that activity, but the person himself or herself has done that activity. So that's when you'll not be flagged as a spam or looked as spammy, right? And very important, a spammy thing generally would happen on call. So it is very important to ask one pertinent question. Is this the right time to talk to you?
Okay.
There's just
Important.
one line. There's just one line will probably, even build confidence. And look, you will not come across as, a salesy guy that you are here just to pitch.
A much more considerate approach.
Exactly. That's for a call. And for an email, if there are two thumb rules for email. Okay. So if you're reaching out to a cold lead is someone who has not filled up the lead. So maximum 4 follow-ups. But if you're reaching out to a person who has put up the lead, then maximum 6 follow-ups. Okay. So that is a basic thumb rule that works across the industry.
And of course, if somebody has expressed they are disinterested, immediately cut off. Do not try to send more emails trying to convince them. I think that is also a thumb.
And that is the reason why you need a system to manage the lead.
Yes.
If you
To track who has said yes, who has said no, who has said maybe.
If you do not have a system, guys, what just Rahi pointed out is going to be a big problem. So learn to have a system. Either buy a CRM, which is fine, or shift to a Google Sheet based system and manage it. Yes.
Okay. The next question is by, let's see, Vishnu. He's asking, how do I collect leads from social media? I think he means organically.
Organic. Okay. So yeah, Vishnu, right?
Yeah.
So there are two ways you can cover leads on social media, right? I'll go back to the slide. So if you look at, we have actually tried to cover both in this particular source. Is they're either paid or free media. So social media in today's world is either LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, right? The three major social media out there. Yes, there is Pinterest and all, but
not Indian audiences are not that.
Not that, right? Yeah. There will be Snapchat. I think all these are video viewing platform, but major for lead collection, you have Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, right? So in case of LinkedIn, the way to do organic lead generation are two. One, either you can build up a profile, okay, then start posting content on and off on a regular basis, okay. And second is by reaching out directly to your relevant client on LinkedIn messages, okay. So that's exactly what you're taught in the workshop that I just showed, and that is the organic way of LinkedIn. If you're willing to spend money, you can definitely use LinkedIn ads, okay. Go to ads.linkedin.com and start running the ads. They have a process. You can do that. In case of Facebook and Instagram, in case of Facebook, again, there are a lot of Facebook groups. If you are someone who is okay to grind, by grind I mean you're okay to spend a lot of time, just with your business that you are in, search that keyword on Facebook search bar. There's a search bar on Facebook. Everyone knows about it. I think it's on top left. Go search, you type your keyword, and then when you type your keyword, all the groups, there are options, all people groups. Just select on groups. All the groups will come. And when that groups come, you can go ahead and start join those groups and start pasting your post there. Important. Either you can paste the post, or what you can also do is you can comment on the post of a relevant, let's say, people who have posted, so that you get that, you can already attract the audience or commented or like that particular post. Okay. And then Facebook, definitely have Facebook ads. You can go there. Using Facebook ads, you can do ads on Instagram as well as on Facebook. Similarly, for Instagram, there's something called Instagram direct reach out. You follow the person, or without following the person, you can directly message or DM the person. So when you DM the person, if they can reply back. But I would suggest that's a tedious process. Okay, extremely tedious process. Therefore, you can use Facebook ads and Facebook groups. That works best, I think, if you're okay to grind. Instagram, I would suggest use ads. Facebook also use ads. LinkedIn, I would suggest use direct reach out. It is free, it is effective, and you get immediate results like you do in ads also without spending any money. Yeah, I hope that answered your question.
If it didn't, as I said, right, you are free to email Abhishek or email us and
Correct.
we'll be there to help you. You can go ahead, Abhishek.
Great. So we talked about system. Now scalability. Okay. We have created the process. We have, again, I'm doing a short recap. We learned about the funnel. First, we learned about this. How do we create a funnel? We have created a landing page. Okay. We learned about how do we collect the leads, systems for collecting the leads. We marketed ourselves. We got the lead in the ecosystem. We had a lead management ecosystem and all the leads came to one single place. Then we defined the lead nurturing process, that what we will do once the lead comes in the picture, right? Now we will implement it for scale. How do we implement it for scale? To implement your lead process for scale, first of all, coming back to this, you need an effective system. Step number one. Without the system, you cannot do anything. So we talked about two systems, Google Sheet-based system or any CRM. I personally prefer Google Sheet-based system. Two, in the system that you have, there should be a process to add leads in companies. Okay, there has to be a process. So this process should include a manual entry, and this process should have bulk entry as well. So that if, let's say, you have run an ad and you have gathered 100 leads, you should not be able to entry one by one, right? So there has to be a bulk process as well. Okay, in this system. And third, there has to be a process to add various lead status. The different lead status could be, what is happening with the lead, which is called disposition, picked up the call, disconnected the call, email sent, message sent, so on and so forth. Okay, this is called lead status. Or the second you can define as open, which is lead is open, one which you might have sold, closed, no need to work. Okay, parked, which we'll talk later. So all these are processes that you have to set it up. Okay, and that system should have it. Every CRM system will have their own process. So when if you are doing a Google Sheet-based system, you can define your own process. That's the beauty about it. Okay, and then you have to implement the process of lead nurturing that we defined as a slide before for all the leads and work on them together. Okay, once you have created this process, you have to start implementing it for all the leads. When you do that, you can actually do work on all of them together, and that's how you achieve scale. Now, how would you do that? For working on leads together, you need systems, tools, and learnings that will help you to do either bulk emailing. You should know how to do that with your Gmail. Two, you should know how to do bulk SMS or bulk WhatsApp. Let's say if it's day 5 in your lead nurturing process and you have figured out that 20 leads who have not called. Now in your lead nurturing process on day 5, you have to send him a WhatsApp, right? You cannot keep sending WhatsApp one by one. You can do that obviously. But if you have a system, right, you will help you scale it up. So you have that system for bulk WhatsApp. Then scalable LinkedIn reach out. Now let's say in your process also you say, okay, I'll reach out to people on LinkedIn. Okay, you can do that one by one and go. But if you know the system of doing it one go, it saves tons and tons of time, right? So that's how you can do lead nurturing at scale. For that, you need to learn system, tools for that. Okay. Now you all must be wondering, right, that Abhishek is just talking about system, tools, scale. How do I do that? Okay. I have taught you all of these things. Okay. But the system and scale, if you want to learn this system in scale, you have to you have to go to this workshop. Okay, which is a 5-day workshop curated, specifically designed for people who have attended this session. Okay, this is specifically designed for that. Okay, in this workshop, now while I'll talk about this workshop, but very important, this is for the first bonuses that we promised you at the start, which I said we'll give you a 4,500 rupee discount plus additional 100 INR discount. Why 4,500? Now ideally this workshop is a 5,000 rupees. Now Rahi here drove a bargain, and she brought it down from 4,999 to 499 only. Okay, so 4,500 flat discount for InstaMojo merchants who have joined this webinar. Okay, and this will stay on stay on forever for now, not forever, probably a month more. Okay, so if you want to take benefit, enroll right now. Plus there's an additional INR 100 discount only and only for people who will go through from this particular webinar. Okay, and to get that additional 100 discount, it has been only provided by InstaMojo. So Rahi will share you details regarding that.
Absolutely, guys. So, as you guys saw, right, a very detailed webinar on how to generate leads, what to do with the leads, and the most importantly, once you get the leads, what needs to be done with the leads, right? Which is manage it, which is have systems in place, which saves your time. And we all know time is money, cannot even refute that, right? This is a gift by Abhishek to all viewers who are watching the webinar. The registration link is in the description box. So if you guys want the discounted price, if you want the discount coupon, please go register. The registrations will stay open till 6 o'clock. Please go register and you will get the coupon code along with another resource in your email. So don't hesitate. And here is a short summary of all the things that you are promised to get from the advanced workshop hosted by Abhishek.
Correct. So as he said, the second bonus that I promised was we will tell you how you can unlock bonuses worth 24,000 rupees. The first bonus that you will get if you enroll in this workshop now is I will unlock secrets of how you can get anyone's email from LinkedIn for free. Yes, for free. Anyone's LinkedIn, anyone's email. You want, let's say, Kunal Shah's email. I'll teach you how you can do that. Okay. You want InstaMojo's founder email. I'll teach you how to do that. All for free. Okay. There are systems and there are tools to do that. Not just that. As I said in the slide before, right? When we're talking about this lead nurturing at scale, I will teach you how you can do bulk emailing for free right from your own Gmail. No need to pay any money for that. Point number 2, I will teach you scalable LinkedIn reach out. How you can reach out in a scalable manner to all the people on LinkedIn. Point number 3, I will also talk about bulk WhatsApp and bulk SMS. Okay, so that you can do it at one single place. Apart from that, you will get high value spreadsheets here. We have been talking about a system, a Google Sheet based system a lot, right? So this exact system will be given to you for free in this webinar, in this workshop that we'll do. Join this workshop and you'll get this system for free. You don't need to set up a lead nurturing process on your own. It is already set up. And beauty, you can define it yourself also. It's already set up, but you'll get systems to define it also. So everything very, very easy in just not even 5,000 rupees, not even 499 rupees, but way lesser than that. That is 399 only for InstaMojo merchants for a limited period of time. And not just that, I will also give you useful WhatsApp hacks. Now, WhatsApp is something that we use. I'll teach you 2 WhatsApp hacks that will change the way you see WhatsApp. Okay. And I'll give you 5 basic productivity hack for Google Sheets. Every workshop else that you attend will give you gyan. Here, I will not give you gyan. I will give you steps of learning. And it's an interactive workshop. And whatever you learn will stay on with you forever. A Google Sheet learning stay on with you for lifetime. This is not a random general gyan. Okay, this is a skill learning. Like she said, today is the skills youth day. And we are only talking about how you can empower yourself and learn skills for almost, I think, a cost of not even a Big Mac burger, right? So I'll also teach you 5 secret LinkedIn growth marketing tools. I'll give you the names of them and probably walk one of those through. And these secret tools that can help you do automation on LinkedIn. Imagine sending automatically connection request, and once they accept the connection request, automatic message 1, message 2, message 3, message 4. All of those setup will be given and told to you, and we'll teach you in this workshop. Okay, and then multiple other hacks will be given, which I'm not revealing right now. You'll only get it during the workshop. Now, what will you learn in this 5-day? What are this 5-day value pack? What we learn is 5-day value packed workshop. On day 1, I will reveal the secrets of finding relevant companies and leads on LinkedIn and creation of high value worksheet. What does this mean? Are you someone who's using Sales Navigator, spending 4,000 rupees every month? No more required. You'll learn how you can find leads without the need of Sales Navigator. Okay, that is the powerful that I will think that I will teach you to on this particular workshop. Okay, and on day 2, we'll do high value setup of the leads Day 3, I'll teach you the content. If you remember the lead nurturing process, which is very important, is the content. I'll teach you how you can set up those content. On day 4, I'll give you the exact strategies that will give you success and response. Okay, and day 5 will conduct this mega webinar. Okay, this is what you will get on this 5-day value pack days. Please go ahead and register for this particular workshop. Okay, I think Rahi will share the link somewhere, and you can go ahead and do it. You can shoot us an email if you have any questions. And believe me, guys, this is a video. You can go to this website, courses.abhishekchan.com/LinkedIn lead nurturing, which will come on an email or post this webinar, and you will not regret this. Okay, this will give you more satisfaction than one burger can give you. Okay.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. I think, as you said, a power-packed course awaits you. All those who are interested, so if you see this webinar is level 1, all those who are interested in advanced levels, in advanced techniques of managing leads, please do head to the landing page again, which is linked in the description below, to enroll yourself in this 5-day workshop. If you want it at a discounted price, then please do register with InstaMojo, and the email will be sent to you with the coupon code inside it and the link to the workshop. Again, thank you so much, Abhishek. It was such a resourceful, such an insightful webinar. And to all of our viewers, if you want to start a business, if you are experimenting, if you want to just tap into your entrepreneurial soul, then we have given the links to our smart page builder and an online store builder in the descriptions. You can sign up for free and then upgrade as you see fit. We have an entire app store where we also have Reach Local ads as our most valuable partner. We have a ton of other features and marketing apps available just for you to scale your business. So please do go check us out, and stay tuned to InstaMojo's Facebook page. We have a business webinar every month, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you so much, Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Rahi, and thanks everyone for joining in. And best of luck. We wish you growth for your business and sales, obviously.
Of course.